Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to have a conversation. We are just going to have a normal conversation where we are going to share our experiences. And the question we are going to try to answer is it necessary for one to go to the university for one to become successful? And I have my good friend here with whom we are going to have a good conversation. And right now, I want to give him a chance so that he introduce himself.
Yeah, thank you, Collins, for this amazing opportunity. My name is David, and I'm a senior software engineer at Most FinTech. Yeah, I'm glad to be part of this conversation.
Thank you. Most of the time when growing up, we've been told that to go to primary school, do our KCPE. After KCPE, you join high school, you study hard to join the best universities. And that is something that we've diligently done. And you can see that people were burning the midnight oil just to make sure that they can get a chance to go to the university. But now when we get to the university, I know that most of the time our focus is to study so that we can get that degree. But the challenge comes here that after now graduating, we come out to the job market and find that vitu kwa ground ni different. So that is the kind of conversation we're going to have today and just try to see kama mambo ambayo tuliambiwa ni ukweli ama kidogo ni mbadala. So sijui David, pengine utatuambia kidogo. I know you've been in university and now you are employed. Pengine ukiwa university nini ulifanya ndio ukapata kuwa employed?
Okay. First of all, this idea that when going to the university, you have already achieved in life, I think it's not viable, especially in this today's generation, because outside here, it's not about going to the university or maybe having a given certificate. It's about having a specific skill that you can share to that can solve a given problem to a given specific of people. So going to university in my case helped me a lot, first of all, because that's where the good thing of going to the university, you don't have to go to the university actually. After completing high school, I think high school is more of a necessity because there you are learning a lot, especially how to communicate with people, how to deal with deadlines, communication, and all those stuff.
Nice.
But those people who are going to the university should be, maybe you're going to expound on a specific career. For example, you want to become a doctor, so you're going to look for that skill in the university.
But now unaona msa akiingia kampo,
Yeah.
kila mtu anakuanga na ile notion ya I'm going to work hard, I'm going to do this. But the moment unaingia campus, I don't know what changes. And then you find that most of the time you're spending your time just enjoying going to parties and meeting with friends. And you've talked about exposure in your explanation. And I just want to understand, mbona useme that msamenda uni akona hiyo exposure? I know, me huwa na believe hivi, mse if you are in high school, probably that is the time where you are learning some basic skills or some basic things like discipline. And I think high school ideally is supposed to be a place where it shapes someone to be skillful in a given area, where someone can be able, if you are talented in something, maybe a sports, maybe a footballer, hapo ndio place inafaa uanze kucheza hiyo futa, and then upate your support from teachers and from your colleague. And then as you proceed, you make sure that also you are given enough time to education, because we see the necessity for you to learn, for you to get and acquire that knowledge and that information. So when you do these things diligently, there is something that you are building within you, and that is discipline. And now someone who comes from high school and is disciplined, you'll find the same person is disciplined in campus. And majority of the people, and I think David, you can affirm this, ukiuliza wase wengi wenye wako high school wanataka kufanya nini in life, watu wengi hawana any idea. And that's why you'll find out that many people are not paying so much keen interest in their education, even in as much as at the end of term msa atafail, and then akienda home akilelesha kidogo akasirike aseme next term when I come next term I'm going to work so hard, naenda kuweka ile bidii, hiyo vitu siko nafanya naenda kufanya ni kikam next term. But unaona msai kikam, sijui hii nini yote inaenda wapi. Unafika the first week unakuwa unasoma kuna nini vitabu textbook, una make sure umeanza kuandika summary notes. By the time the first week inaisha umerudi default. Sijui nini ina happen.
Yeah, I think I concur with you, Collins, because now especially I can give you my scenario. So my idea was, or my goal was to go to campus immediately. So I used to wake up dawn, sleep late, just to make sure that I'm above the cutoff points of joining campus. Exactly.
And
so
sijui ka yenu ilikuwa your high school. Sisi tulikuwa naambiwa ukiingia shule ukiwa na ulikuwa na marks above 300, you are guaranteed that you are going to go to university. But until that time tulifanya KCSE ndio tu realize yenyewe yeye ilikuwa msemo. Tulifanya mtihani wakati wa Matiang'i, and you see, so watu walikuwa na expectation your time itakam, then kutakuwa na leakage and then sort of the things, but your time ilifika, watu wakangoja hiyo mwa Kenya, lakini haikukuja. Then so at the time tunafanya exam, unapata in fact watu wengi badala ya kusoma msana anategea na asema by the way tunaweza pata leakage ama kuna msana za kama na exam, and then atuambie, and then from there we can be able to see tunaweza study wapi at least to pass tuingie kambu. Sasa sijui nyinyi ilikuwaje?
I think ilikuwa somehow the same, but kuna ile yenye ulikuwa unajua this is a new era, there might be no leakages, so you need to prepare best. But also challenges ilikuwa like there was no that motivation of studying because you study so much, or maybe based on the previous examinations ulikuwa unapata the guys who are top achievers, you see, in the previous Form 4s, when it comes to KCSE they were performing very poorly, and those who are maybe the bottom guys are the one who are scoring A planes, A minuses in the KCSE. So when it came to Matiang'i era, you were expecting somehow the same, but you were saying, okay, let's try to study hard. Okay, for my case, I was like, I don't believe in Kenya, but let's see, maybe my luck will come or something. Yeah.
By the way, umesema historia msee mwenye ana spend most of the time kusoma. Kuna watu wanamkanga mapema wanaenda class wanasoma. Hao ndio watu wanaenda break, yeye anabaki class anasoma. In fact games time haendi. But say exam ikifika, sijui nini ina happen, and then una realize msee in fact hapo anasoma yeye anapita. And then so msee akona amepata anaingia university, and then at the same time kuna mtu pengine amepata B, C, hizo grades huko chini, pia amepata opportunity ya kwenda university. But nini ina happen, unaangalia inafikanga place watu wengi wenye walipata wanapotea, and then sasa tunaanza kupatana na watu wenye walikuwa wanapata B na C, and most of the time utapata mzee mwenye anaanzisha organization ama kampuni, mostly ni mtu alikuwa alipata C ama B, and then ataandika mtu alipata A. Sijui niwe ina happen hapo. Na sasa hii ndio inatupeleka kwa historia ya campus. Juu si wote tunaingianga campus tukiwa na hiyo aim ya kusoma, kupita, tupate job. But sasa tunafika campus, tumerelax, atusomi, tuna rely tu kwa hizo notes modern atupatia. In fact, you're not going an extra mile if for instance you want to be maybe a businessman or an entrepreneur. And especially in the field of entrepreneurship, you will find out that the content that is in school is not in line with what is happening outside here in reality. And you see that most people now don't take that initiative of doing something extra just to make sure that apart from the knowledge they're acquiring from school, because truth be told, most of the books that we are using in our institutions are books that were written long time ago, and most of them are not relevant today. They are outdated. But now, for you to be able to maneuver the job market today, you have to have a new kind of experience. You need to have a new kind of knowledge, information, and skills. But this is not something that is being offered in universities. Especially, in fact, you'll find out that what we are being offered is more of theoretical thing. We are just being poured onto knowledge, but you are not told how to apply this thing in life. So sijui Devi, wewe unaonaje hii story? Juu for example msana anataka kuingia kwa field, wewe umefanya computer engineering, so wewe ulifanya aje ndio by the time unatoka campus at least uko na hiyo skills?
Okay, I think when it comes to finding the skills of your career, or maybe the field of study that you have enrolled yourself in, I think having a mentor is a great thing. Having someone who maybe has been there before you, who can guide you on the do's and not to do. So, for example, with me, when I joined campus, I met this wonderful friend who was in 4th year, and he used to tell me how he regrets not knowing that skill, not learning that skill while he was in 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year. And the thing that you'll come to realize is there's a lot of time wasted in university, especially if you don't know, or maybe you don't have that vision or that goal of what your career might be expecting. You might be expected of outside here. So most of the people fail because they don't have that vision that they are looking up to, or maybe they don't have a mentor who is inspiring them, or maybe telling them you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. Yeah, exactly. So with me, I thank God I met this 4th year who told me how my career was marketable, for example. And also he added the aspect of money that made me so serious in the field of study. So I was studying 1st year. I was like, yes, I don't have money right now, but if I gain this skill, I don't have even to complete campus for me to start reaping some benefits from this. Yeah. So I think people study so hard to go to campus because their vision or their goal is to enter campus. And once they go to campus, they don't have that next goal of what they want in life. They just want to finish campus and later decide on what to do.
Say skill ulipataje? Juu mi nikiingia campus nilikuwa nataka nilijua nafanya course ya business. Na nilikuwa naenda kufanya course ya business innovation and technology management. And most of the time you will find me, in fact during my first time in campus, I used to spend most of my time in library. Most of the time, and something that I realized, library ulikuwa ukienda late, you will find a place which was not conducive for you to learn. And I realized something, that if you go early, you will be able to secure yourself a good place. And each time I did not have a class, I would make sure that at 7:30 niko hapo kwa mlango ya laibo, in that the moment librarian anafungua laibo, because most of the time it was being open at 7:40 or from 7:40 to around 8. And I remember there are 3 people I used to meet there every day. And I think something that I came to realize is that someone who is committed in something small is always committed in everything. And the thing that most people are lacking in university, I think, is the motivation, where we need to understand that we have to do something for us to gain that skill. And for you to gain a skill, you must practice what you've learned. In that today you have learned about this thing, you go outside there and see how it is applied. Maybe YouTube and so many platforms where there are places people will show you practical ways on how to put the knowledge you've learned into practice for you to gain that skill. And that's what I did. I also wanted to be really a good communicator and to enter into the field of public speaking. And most of the time, you'll find me listening to great speakers. We have the likes of Zig Ziglar, we have the likes of Les Brown, we have the likes of Jim Rohn. And you will find me listening to those people just to make sure that I understand how people are communicating and how they are telling their story, so that I can just have that skill set. So, David, I want to understand on your path, which criteria did you use to make sure that you are building a formidable skill, in that you are not just relying on what is being taught in class, but you are doing something that is going to open doors for you in the field of software engineering?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So the funny thing about university and most of the courses is where you find that the skill that you are being taught, the guy who is teaching you that skill, he doesn't know it that much. He's relying on someone else's theory or notes.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can imagine this scenario where, but I know doctors are being taught by doctors. But imagine this scenario where someone who is teaching you how to operate a human being
Mhm.
has never operated a human being, for example.
Yeah.
So you can see how there is a lot of disparity when it comes to what you are taught and what is outside here.
True.
Yeah. So relying on the lecturers to teach you how to do something, well, they are there for business
True.
or to get money,
Mm.
is what that is driving some people maybe into that cage of I just need a degree
To make it.
to make it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you find someone is teaching you business, how to start a company, or maybe business management skill, and this guy doesn't have even a business.
Yeah, true.
So it's just relying on notes or maybe the theories that worked in 1800s and were jotted down. Yeah, it's just relying on that, and that's why, yeah, it feels like a scam going to campus to study.
Very true.
Yeah.
And David,
But
you
maybe
okay.
before I finish, yeah, with me, what helped me a lot is because my mentor, that guy, introduced me to YouTube, where with technology, it's easier to find someone who is doing what you would want to do maybe in the next 4 years or 3 years. So I used to listen to their podcast. I used to listen to the tutorials and see what they are working on.
Mhm.
So that helped me to be in the track of software development.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. And I think, guys, you can understand from the little conversation we've had that being in campus is a privilege, but at the same time is a trap, in that we have a lot of time. The people who are teaching us, I understand that there are some courses which will be taught by people who are in that profession. For example, medicine, and we have other fields like engineering. You will be learning as you do. But there are so many other courses where you will just be given theory and so many things. But if you don't go outside and try to find how can I apply the knowledge that I've learned so that I can come up with something formidable, especially those who are doing business courses. I know there is a joke that many people like to joke, that a lecturer will come and teach you how to make a million shillings, but he himself doesn't have those million shillings. I think that is something that David has talked about, where someone is teaching you about how to start, run, and all matters of business, but himself, he doesn't have any kind of business, meaning the knowledge that is given you is not applicable to his own life. And even as we wrap this video, I think and I believe that we are going to be focused more on finding on how we can build our skill set. So, guys, until we meet again, bye for now.